Where were we? Yeah, I think we're here now. Right. It seems the three toads have witnessed something horrendous at the Donald's Dog Playground. What? Holy shit. Is everybody dead? What happened here? 4 toons. I see. Something as grandiose as this occurring. It's almost impressive how terrifying this is. The killer or killers will be quite a challenge to take down, especially with only 9 of us left. Wait, some of them might be alive. Surly, do something. I'll check for vitals. Mr. Surly went to check for vitals. One of the toons that was laying down started to move. That toon being... Lou, you're alive. Jeez, what a way to wake up. Why am I cold? Lou was noticeably wet, as if he were soaked some time ago. Do you have any idea how you got here? What? What do you mean? Look, beside you, Lou. That's... But Lou would be interrupted by another toon, making noise. Oh, we're still alive. Flippy! Ow. Flippy staggered up, but he immediately saw the scene before him. That's... Yeah. Tom, Pete. Why? Why are they... Are they both... That's not for certain yet. I need to check Pete's pulse. Surly brushed aside Flippy and the others, and as he kneeled down to check Pete's pulse, a lot of toons had arrived at the scene. He's alive. Oh, so Tom is the only one that's dead. Oh shit. Huh? The heck did fucking mean by a... Tom! Oh lord, what happened to him? It's so icky. Just what happened here? All of you, stand back. I'm helping Pete up. The new group all huddled around the brutal sight. Ugh. Pete's awake. Pete, careful now. What happened? Whoa, easy there, Pete. What are you all standing around? It happened again. Another murder occurred. Who died? You shouldn't look, Pete. It's Tom, isn't it? The toons near Tom's body moved away, letting Pete get a full view of what happened. I failed you, Pete. I'm a failure. I could have stopped this. I can't do anything right. Flippy, no. Don't say. No, I promised you to. You two put your trust in me and I should have just kept my mouth shut. Flippy. You weren't the only one who broke their promise. Everyone fell silent and no one wished to speak up. The exception being, we can't just sit around. Do you think Tom would have wanted this? Do you think Tom would have wanted us to just sit here and do nothing? No, I wouldn't believe that, not one bit. We need to solve this not just for Tom, but for Flippy, Lou, and Pete. Indeed, Coach Z. The question now is, who could have managed to perform such an act? They attacked 4 toons. The one or perhaps ones behind this. We have to expose them no matter what. Wait, 4 toons? So what? Is that why Flippy and Lou are wet too? Indeed, we found all 4 on the ground next to Tom. Heh. So you're telling me someone or 2 managed to attack 4 toons? 4? Don't say that so impressed. Are you kidding me, bucko? Knowing somebody managed to attack not 1, not 2, but 4 toons? That's crazy to think someone would be so dedicated. You better stop talking right this instant, Riggy. Putting Riggy aside, aren't we still missing some toons? You're right, Harry and Moe aren't here yet. Of course they aren't. Not like this happened last time too. Then I'll go get them. I'll go with you, Giggles. And with Giggles and Paula going to get the 2 missing toons, only 8 were left at the scene of the crime. So he took a deep breath and looked forward. Investigation. ... Well, it seems only 5 of us are in good condition to investigate. Oh boy, let's get to it, buckos. I'll stick with Flippy, Pete, and Lou. You 4 can fill me in what you can find. What? You don't want to investigate with us? Take a hint, Riggy. Could you get something to dry us, Coach? Sure, I can do that. Although wait, where could I get something to dry you? The bag sheets from the bank would work. Got it. Starting to leave, Coach realized something immediately. What the? There's a plank missing. I almost tripped. Oh, it's gonna be used later. Wait a minute. This missing plank, could it be? Well, I'll go first to the HQ. Ow! Tom, you okay? Fine, just tripped on something, I think. Okay, here. Wait, was it that plank that you tripped on? Yeah, looks like it. They used the weapon. The same plank Tom tripped on was the one that he was killed with? It seems that is the case. Coach pushed it down, but now. This is important information, however, I need to check the body. I don't want to take a closer look at Tom. Sorry, Surly. That's perfectly fine, Bessie. Then you stay by flipping the others while I'm gone. Got it. Surly then made his way back to the body. Are you two willing to check the body with me? I am willing, yeah. Sure, this one is way worse than last time. You just stand aside, Reggie. What? Why, Bucko? Aren't we pals? I don't care that we were partnered up, Ricky. If you aren't going to take this seriously, then please just stand over there. Oh, you two were partnered up? Indeed we were. Actually, now that I think about it, there never was a rule against showing definite proof of who your partner was, yeah? Nope, here you go. Ricky pulled up his sleeve, revealing a card with Dr. Surly written on it. There, my proof clear as day. I may as well do the same. Surly did the same as Ricky, showing his card with Ricky Marole written on it. I see, so you two were partnered up. Very well, it's only fair to show the same to you two. You might be surprised. Old Bear rolled up his sleeve, revealing a card that had good old Giggles on it. Your partner was Giggles? I must say, did not see that one coming. Well, I tried to go with him whenever it seemed natural to do so. For the sake of our safety, I did not want to make it very apparent. See, that's understandable. It appears both of us were grouped with those we did not know very well. That does seem to be the case. Very well, let's take a closer look at the body. Yep. Alright, first things first. The plank in Tom's forehead. There's no doubt this was the same one as the missing plank, yeah? Taking a glance at the missing plank that Coach nearly tripped on, I'd say yeah. Just wonder, how'd someone rip the plank just like that? Must have been someone super buff. Are you trying to imply potential culprits? Who knows, I sure hope it isn't my best pal, Coach Z. Or maybe your good old partner is a good old killer, Oldman. Actually, one wouldn't need to be too strong to break that board. Oh, why not? Simply put, the plank was already loose. It most likely would have been too difficult to pull out. I see, that is news to me. Me too. When did you find this out? Surly? Right before you two, Giggles, Mo, and Harry came back from Lighthouse Lane during our initial investigation of the dock. I see that it seems a group of 5 was completely oblivious to this information. Surly pondered to himself about this news, then continued his search of the body. Well, just like the 3 others, Tom's body is noticeably wet. The blood seems relatively fresh, though the water poses a problem in estimating how much so. See, this murder might have been quite recent, which isn't a good thought. Dang, crazy to think he was alive not too long ago then. Brushing Ricky's comment aside, Surly checked the eyes of Tom, just as he did with Clara's body days prior. No sign of poison, I'm not surprised, but I have to be sure. Fair enough, this is your line of expertise after all. It seems he wasn't killed anywhere else. The blood stained on both the ground and his glove suggests that. Do not forget to check who his partner was. It would be vital to know, yeah? You're right, thank you for reminding me. Surly checked Tom's right shoulder. Nothing here, perhaps it's on his other shoulder. However, searching Tom's other shoulder, he doesn't have one? Oh, was he our sole tune? Not necessarily. The killer could have taken it from him, after all. It's very much possible his own partner did this to him, taking the bait of not having any worry of execution. I could see our cowardly assailant doing so. Just as how Clef was baited into murder, this killer could have thought it was reasonable to use this motive as an excuse. How pathetic. wanted to take an even easier way out than Clef. They still managed to capture 4 tunes back out. That's way more tunes involved than last time. I won't deny this culprit clearly put more work into this case than the previous one. However, with the likelihood that they did so with the safeguard of a motive showcases their weakness. Sully suddenly judges investigation partners, one far more than the other. Even though I brought it up, the culprit being the one to take Tom's shoulder card isn't a 100% possibility. After all, we don't know if the adhesive that these cards have is waterproof or not. Well then, why not test it out right now? Don't push me in! Fine, I'll just dip my arm in. Ricky went over to the lake and dipped his entire arm into the water. Well, I suppose I should be grateful that Ricky's helping. I just failed to comprehend his attitude. His attitude of treating the situation as a joke is intriguing, I shall admit. However, I see it more as if not willing to face the brutality of the situation in the eyes. To each their own, I suppose. Ricky returned his arm all wet. Geez, salt water is just not for me. However, I can now confirm that water doesn't impact this card at all. In fact, I think it's completely waterproof. See, that will be important to remember. The question now is where to investigate next. I suppose I should ask everyone who their partner was. I highly doubt that the motive wasn't a major factor in this case. Indeed, I suggest we start with the two most directly involved with the case. This is Flippy and the others. The investigation team found Bessie, Flippy, Lou, and Pete sitting at the party hat building. Hey there, how's it been? Fine thus far, I suppose. When is Coach going to be back? The wind is not helping. I'm sure he'll be back soon, though. You're right about the cold. I know you three just went through something horrendous. However, is there anything you remember that might be relevant to the case? I can only remember being taken. There was a knock on my door. It must have been very loud since I could hear it at my bed. I see the soundproof system isn't as strong for our doors, yeah? I think so. I don't remember anything else. The same thing happened to me. With zero differences in your circumstances? I don't want to think about it, but there's something you need to know. I can't believe I actually just swung around like that. Yeah, but I had a lot of fun, Tom. It'd be fun to just do silly stuff like this more often. The boat ride, the orange picnic, and now this? It really puts my mind off the killing game. Indeed, I have zero idea what will happen, especially with this motive. Do you think someone knows who's paired with who? I don't think anyone knows much about the pairings, but we'll get through this, Tom. Yeah, we will. I just kinda don't know what to do about the motive myself. It's a weird feeling. Huh? As in... Well, I think we should discuss the scary motive with others, you know? Perhaps students will be willing to share who they're partnered with? You don't have to tell me who you're partnered with right now if you don't want to. I'll bring it up tomorrow, and I'll be sure to be the first to arrive. Got it. See you tomorrow, Tom. See you tomorrow, Pete. That was the last time I saw him alive. See, very well then. That testimony may very well be vital to this case. I appreciate the courage of bringing up what would be a bittersweet memory. I'll help in any way I can. I just hate to cut the conversation, but I'm tired of being wet. I'm getting up. Lou hastily tried to get up, however. Ow. Lou, you okay there, buddy? Yeah, just my arms hurt a lot. My arms have been feeling pretty sore too, especially the joints. I'm the same. Oh, and why might that be? Well, whatever the reason, I'm sure I'll totally find it. We only have one more question for you all. Who were your motive partners? I was partnered with Coach Z. Someone I assumed you trusted. Very well, show me your shoulder just to be sure. Got it. Flippy obliged, rolling up shoulders, however. Wait, is it just me or is it not there? Neither of his shoulders had a partner card on it. Yours was taken as well? Wait a second, do I not have mine either? Oh no, were all ours taken? Lou and Pete checked their shoulders as well, finding nothing. I see, I'm beginning to see the culprit's plan. Oh, got a case theory? Perhaps the culprit wanted to kidnap as many tunes as possible as to steal their partner cards from them. But why us? Why Tom? That I don't know yet, however. Even without your partner cards, still tell us who you were partnered up with. I was partnered with Bessie, and I can prove it. Bessie pulled up her sleeve, revealing her partner card. Pete's not lying, I can tell you that. Well, I already said I was partnered with Coach, and I can vouch for Flippy. Us four all shared who we got, though I guess we didn't actually share the cards themselves. See, how about you, Lou? Lou? Oh boy, this is gonna make me a serious suspect, isn't it? Oh, whatever do you mean? Do I really have to spell it out to you? My motive partner was Tom. Oh. I'm pleasantly surprised you were up front with that, Lou. Well, I'm not just gonna hide it. I want whoever did this to me to get some serious payback. And I'll make sure of it. Yeah, fight for the truth, Lou. Don't let this institute get you down. If only I had the courage like you, Lou. Though, I know the only thing I can do now. I have to fight. I have to take down whoever could be this cruel. That sounded dumb, didn't it? No, it absolutely wasn't, Flippy. You can't blame yourself for this. You weren't the one that did this to us. Please don't hold yourself responsible. Alright? Alright. Even if I'm still in pain, I want to investigate with you guys. Are you sure about that? Yes, please. That determination to investigate with us, Pete. It is highly admirable. I wish I had the same resolve to get up, but I can't. I need to be dry first. It didn't take long for Koji to return with plenty of banshees to dry the wet tunes, and while it wasn't fully adequate, it was better than nothing. It was a perfect fist, however. Thank you, Coach Z. Your thanks is appreciated, Pete. You sure you'll be okay to investigate, Pete? Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, I think I'll stick here to be honest. You four can continue investigating. Understood. Well, buckos, where to next? Giggles and Paul have not returned yet. Perhaps we should check the campsite itself? Might as well, the party hat is right here after all. With Pete joining the investigation crew, the four Toons headed through the party hat tunnel. Immediately they found a group of Toons exiting a hut. Nothing in Pete's either. They all look completely fine. But at least we confirmed that. You two have just been wasting my precious time. Were you three checking each of the huts? Indeed we were. However, we didn't find anything noteworthy. I see zero reason to stick with you two. You have been far too uncooperative in this investigation. Mo, you know how much we all have to do this. So why are you trying to avoid everyone like Harry is? Wouldn't you like to know? Seeing the new twos, Mo figured this was his opportunity to leave. What a lazy Toon. So there wasn't anything in any of our rooms? Pete dear, are you okay? I'm not, but I have to investigate. Well, to answer your question, yeah, nothing looked to be out of the ordinary. I see, so there wasn't anything left behind then. I have a fear that this case was orchestrated by multiple Toons, as horrible as the thought is. Same here, there's no way just one Toon could pull all this off. I'm just glad you three are still alive. All this chit-chat is fun and stuff, but we want to know who your partners were. I see. Well, my partner was Oldman. Eagle showed his partner card to everyone. Honestly, I was quite surprised when I got you of all Toons, Oldman. Perhaps so. However, such a combination has kept us safe. Well, I wasn't too surprised myself on who I got as my partner. As Giggles did, Paula unveiled her partner card. What I wonder now is, how were we paired up? That is a good question. Due to the fact that the pairings had to be made of either Toons that liked each other, hated each other, or knew very little about each other. Perhaps Lucky made a pair that one liked the other, but the other hated the first one back? Actually, putting everything into perspective, none of us really know anything about Harry, not even me. Which, saying it out loud, it's honestly kind of upsetting. Upsetty spaghetti. Yeesh, what's with all these stranger pairs? What, is Bessie the leader of the stranger crew, the mastermind or something? Don't joke about something like that. Putting his comment about Bessie aside is not wrong. The only non-stranger pair is Flippy and Coach, no? Do you realize what this entails, Shirley? Of course, that's all the pairings, isn't it? It seems you've noticed. Oh, who's the lone Toon then? Counting for everyone else's statements, the sole Toon has to be Mo. Mo's the sole Toon? Assuming all accounts are true, there's no one else it could be. I just hope no one's lying this time. It's as simple as innocent until proven guilty. Indeed. Well, I think we're done here. Anything else we need to investigate? If possible, we should look around the playground as much as we can. You go do that. I want to double check everything here once more. Alright, Paula, will you be staying here as well? I may as well. Better to stick with at least one other Toon. And we'll try to finally get Harry to investigate with us. See you once the trial starts then. Don't push yourself, alright, Pete? I won't, but thank you for the comfort. The group of four returned to the playground. You guys, there's something I want to ask Pete. Me? When I was at 2 Circle, I saw this picnic set up. Weren't you at a picnic yesterday? Flippy mentioned something about a picnic to me. Yeah, it was a picnic. And also my last time seeing Tom. If that's the case, do you think anything about that could be relevant to the case? Hey, I was there too. I even hosted the dang thing. Why not ask me about it, Coach? You know what? Fine. Tell me everything about it, Riggy, since it looks like Tom was last seen by many at it. Pretty simple, Coach Buddy. I am not your buddy. Betty and I got Flippy, Pete, Tom, Lou, and Paula to have some oranges together, though Lou was stinky and didn't want to eat his orange. Look, I just wasn't in the orange mood, alright? Huh, suit yourself, bucko. Well, that doesn't seem relevant. You better be telling the truth this time. Super honest, Coach Buddy. I told you not to call me that. Let's move on. There isn't much more to investigate. The only building that seems to be open in the playground is the gag shop. Very well, let's head over there then. I ponder, would there be anything on Seaweed Street? It was located next to the missing plank. It's very much possible. Would you want to investigate it? Yes, I believe our group could split into two as well. As judging by the amount of time we were given last case, we are nearing the end of our investigation. Very well, I'd rather stay here and investigate the playground. Same here. Looks like we got to be buddies, old man. It appears so. Riggy and Oldman walked into the tunnel, leaving just Shirley and Pete. Very well, let's head inside. Shirley would be interrupted by the noise of the boat reaching the dock right next to them. That was a bit startling. Indeed it was, though it doesn't look like there's anything special about the boat. Although the fact that this boat always circles around the dock makes me wonder. Oh no. What is it, Pete? Pete, feet in the deck of the boat, looked back up at Shirley. The floor of the boat somehow feels familiar. I don't understand why though. Interesting, we should keep that in mind, Pete. Indeed. Getting off the bridge of the boat before it lowered, Pete and Shirley headed into the gag shop, in which they found... Dun dun dun. What are all of these ropes doing here? I don't know, however, this is surely evidence. There's a total of 3 ropes, all of them wet. Hold on, what's that near one of the ropes? Pete reached behind an umbrella holder to find. It's an empty container? Good find, Pete, I did not notice that. Is there anything odd about it? No, it doesn't look like it. There isn't a label or anything. Perhaps the ropes could provide us a clue. Shirley started with the 2 ropes next to one another, inspecting them closely. Other than being wet, nothing seems particularly strange about it. However, take a close look at the other rope. What? Shirley. Pete quickly caught Shirley before he fell over completely. Ow, ow, it hurts to hold you. What was that? Shirley, able to regain his composure, stood up. Are you okay, Shirley? I'm fine now. However, something is clearly wrong with that specific rope, and I only wafted the air next right above it. Do you think these ropes were used on us? That is the most logical conclusion, Pete. You're probably right. Now, already? I've given you all enough time. Head over to the Toontown Central HQ. It's time once again. I don't wanna. Pete? I don't wanna. Leave Tom just lying there. I'm not exactly the nurturing type, Pete, however. We have no other choice. We have to go. Please. Please tell me everything you know about this case. I want to help as much as I can. Alright, Pete. I'll fill you in as you walk over, alright? Thank you. Pete and Shirley made their way to Toontown Circle, Shirley filling Pete in on all the pieces of evidence he missed out on. And once many had gathered, not everyone is here yet. Paula's getting hairy. He has to be here for the trial, so it should be any minute now. I cannot wait to expose who did this. Indeed, this will be quite the case to solve. Even so, we will figure out who's behind this. This entire situation is idiotic. Did either of you find anything on Seaweed Street? Nope, nada, just the regular old street, bucko. You see. I think I see Paula and Harry. Everyone looked at the appearance of the two. Harry simply lifted his shoulder, revealing his partner card, and walked inside the HQ. We have to go in now. And thus everyone entered the HQ, except for... I know this will be hard for you two, however, we have to go in. I know, I just don't know what to expect. Me neither, however. Let's solve this for Tom. I don't know if I can. I've already messed up so much, the pie event, forgetting about the blueprint, and now my broken promise to you and Tom. Everyone's probably wondering what's holding us up. We have to go in now. You're right, Surly. And thus, the last three Toons made their way into the Toon headquarters. And we walked to our spots at the same location as they were before. This case. Why? Why did Tom have to die? I have to do this. Not just for Tom, but for everyone. The Toon are Toons that did this to us. I'll figure out just who they are. I know I'm no natural leader, but if I don't step up now, then will I? Cool. So Pete's gonna do the leading. Cool, I think. I should refresh my memory of what I learned in this investigation, so yeah. Just gonna read up on this stuff and I'll cut this part out of the video. KK. Alright, let's go. As I see, I have to be hidden in what I know. There's no going back. It's very quiet. Considering what occurred, I'd imagine so. A lot of us were affected by this case, however. We can't let that get in the way of solving this. Exactly, Coach Buddy. You're never gonna stop calling me that, are you? Hey, you get me so well. Putting that aside, how about we go over what the initial witnesses to the scene of the crime saw? Yeah, that'd be a lot of help. Some of us know very little about what happened. Very well, let's begin a discussion with that. It's something new about non-stop debates. From this point onwards, you will start to see press points. Sometimes certain statements can be pressed for more information. Pressing a statement will usually result in unearthing a new weak point or agree point, however, not always. Pressing statements will become slightly more complicated later, but for now, simply click the blue chat bubble to press any purple press points. Have fun. Cool. To begin, we found 4 Toons washed up. It was quite a shocker to put it lightly. However, only one of the 4 was deceased. We had to find out 4 Toons were kidnapped. Why? The reason could be anything. Strict statements. What could Harry have to say? Truth, press. Oh, I see. Do you have an idea, Harry? I assume Paula told you a bit about what happened. Yeah, he knows that you, Flippy, and Lou were found next to Tom. Then I assume you were 2 pairs? They kidnapped 2 pairs. The reason could be anything. When Harry, and if I'm correct, I have evidence to refute him. Actually, Harry, we weren't 2 pairs. In fact, neither Flippy nor I's partner were attacked. But why you 2 then? Maybe whoever kidnapped us just wanted to capture as many Toons related to Tom as possible. You 2 were quite close to Tom, no? I could see that. The why Lou then? I don't believe he and Tom were close. Oh boy, here we go. Before we do that, how about we reveal the partners of everyone? Well, I don't know them all. I should know them all. Surly filled me in that he and Ricky were partners. Well, I think I remember them all. Correct me if I'm wrong, Surly. Very well, go ahead, Pete. Alright, thank you, Surly. So first of all, Bessie and I were partnered up in the barely nosed category. Yep, I showed my partner cards to the ones that were investigating. Next up, Flippy was paired up with Coach Z in the trust each other category. Yep, we tried to not make it super obvious, but we told Pete and Bessie this beforehand. Third pair was begins early. Indeed, and I can safely say we were in the barely nosed category as well. Next up was Old Men and Giggles. Indeed, you're correct on that. The fifth pairing was Paula and her partner was Harry. Her partner was Harry, yeah? He showed his partner card, did he not? Yeah, sorry. It's just that he showed it so fast I barely noticed. No worries, dear. With those 5 pairs out of the way, the last pair was, bracing myself to say his name again, Tom and Lou. With Mo being the sole tune. Then it should be obvious who our killer is, no? Just say it. I bet everyone has the same idea, right? Do I even need to? It's obvious who killed that beach dog. If you won't say it, I will. Lou, you're the most suspicious because of your pairing to Tom. Yep, no surprise here. I'm a major suspect because of this. Sorry dear, but out of everyone, you simply being Tom's partner sounds grounds for suspicion. But like, he was attacked too. Not to mention he was probably attacked because of his partnership. My question is, if there was a way an attacker or attackers could have known about Tom and Lou's partnership, maybe one of them slipped up at some point? Wait, maybe it was just an assumption they made. An assumption, but based on what? Hold that thought, Flippy. How about we consider the following? What were the attackers' plan? How are you so sure there were multiple attackers? There were 4 teams attacked, there's no way only one tune did this. If only one team managed to do all of this, that'd be insane. Though I'm a guess that this was a pair trying to kill another pair. After all, what better way to be safe than to kill another pair, am I right? You buffoons are all missing the point. There's clear reasoning on why Lou is our biggest suspect. Could it actually just be Lou? No, there's no way someone could pull this off all by themselves. But how could the culprits figure out Tom's partner? Regardless of where this case leads to, I will find the truth for Tom. Alrighty then. See play partner, see partner cards. Well, Mo, why is it me then? Simple, you never told anyone your motive partner. But what if he did? About that. Lou, did you tell anyone about your partnership? Mo was right about one thing. I never told anyone my motive partner, alright? See, what did I tell you? It's obvious, isn't it? Oh, sure it is. Sorry, no, I never told anyone. Huh, just admit it. I don't need to say any more. Can we really be sure about this, Mo? Do you think I'd be saying this if I wasn't? But why? Do you have another reason why it has to be Lou? Fine, you want a reason? I'll give you a reason. No one else ever saw his partner card. Not only did he not tell anyone, no one ever saw his card. Aren't we rushing to conclusions here? Yeah, I trust Lou. Got it so much as far as I can. Just see the truth phrases. Okay, here we go. Wait, no. Someone else definitely saw Lou's partner card. Because mine, Lou, Flippy, and Tom's partner cards were all taken. You're right. All of our partner cards were taken, so maybe the culprit behind this found out Lou's partner when they took Tom. This is the assumption you were thinking of, Flippy. If Lou never shared his partner card, then the only way would be to learn from Tom. And we can't ask him anymore. Well, Coach, what's your idea? Why are you asking me? Hold on, what if Lou did share his partner card and just is hiding that fact? You do realize if I did that, I probably wouldn't be here, you know? Also, if I was like the killer, why the heck would I kidnap Flippy and Pete? I know I'm a major suspect because of my partnership to Tom, but I literally could not do this alone. Another pair has to be behind this. And who's to say you didn't work with another pair, huh? Wait, but how would that make any sense? Only like one pair can leave at most, right? Indeed, that's according to the motive's rules. Either one can kill one's own partner to avoid execution, but risk being harmed. Pair together with your partner to kill another tune, being able to escape with said partner. Kill another pair with your partner, with not only being able to escape with your partner, but also having zero risk of execution. Or killing the soul tune simply being the same as clause 2, with the added benefit of having a survival execution if caught. To put it simply, there's no reason for 2 pairs to work together. After all, multiple pairs committed crimes, then only the most recent one would count, yeah? So in that case, Flip was working with another pair. Yeah, literally we have zero reason not to immediately say who it was. You're right, dear. I believe it would be inappropriate to continue berating you. Well, everyone, what should we talk about next? How about the fact they shouldn't be smiling through all this, Riggy? Maybe later. Can we talk about something actually important? Fine, my bad. Well, how about we talk about the murder weapon? It has to be the plank, right? I can't see it being anything else. The only wound was his head, right? Please tell me that's the case. Surely, don't let it be something more slow and painful. I couldn't detect anything else with the lack of tools at my disposal. It's horrible to think that plank was the same one Tom tripped over before. Then it has to be someone strong, right? Not necessarily. However, that remark reminds me how everyone's knowledge of the plank wasn't equal. You're right, not everyone knew about the plank, right? Wasn't that only around 8 of us knew about the plank? More specifically, the ones who didn't know were, let's see, Harry, Olming, Ricky Giggles, and Mo. Is it here? It was the 5-2 to search Lighthouse Lane. We first arrived at the dock, yeah? I'm glad you know, Pete. The group that Mo rallied to the Lighthouse Lane all met up with the rest of you after you fixed the plank, yeah? My question to you all then is simple. Out of the ones that knew about the plank being loose, who told anyone of it? I told Harry about it, wanted to make sure he wouldn't trip on it in case it got loose again. I wasn't going to be outside anyways. Well, anyone else? No one else spoke up. So no one else, right? Wait a minute, doesn't this decrease the amount of suspects? It sure does, bucko. That's right, for those who didn't know about the board then, they couldn't have done this. Wait just a second, Flippy. Huh? I agree that old Ben Mo and I couldn't have done it since none of us ever knew about that plank. But what about Riggy, since Shirley was his partner and he could have told him? He actually has a point. I, the Soul 2 and Old Men and Giggles, had no way of knowing about that loose board. But since Paula told Harry and Shirley was there to see the loose plank, then who the culprit could be is obvious now. It's one of your wretched pairs, meaning it's either Flippy, Coach, Pete, Bessie, Paula, Harry, Shirley, or Riggy. We're including us too? I know we have to be thorough, but do you really think Bessie and I or Flippy and Coach would do this to Tom? Any of you buffoons could be to blame. After all, the theory that one of the 4 on the ground could have been on it isn't void because of our discussion, yeah? Even if I still doubt Lou. Can you not say all of that so smugly? We get it, they're suspects. Do you really think everyone understands the situation at hand, Coach? There's 2 maniacs in this very room, and there's only 12 of us left. Just because you're right doesn't mean you should be suspecting Flippy and Pete. There has to be something proving them innocent. Then explain how, if you're so confident. And there you have it, no proof whatsoever. I think I have the proof. I knew if I spoke up at this before, it'd make me even more than a suspect than I already was. However, to put it into words, I'm not sure if any of you will believe me. Say whatever you know, Lou. Please, I trust you. Exactly, if you know something, please say it. Oh boy, if you say so. You're ready for some news, killer. News I bet you never thought you'd hear. Guide. Oh, shut up, motorcycle. Thinking about what I know. I'm almost sure it can't be Flippy, Coach, Pete, or Bessie. How? Well, my reasoning is, for thesis annulations from now on, there will be an option that none of the word choices are in both sentences. Simply put, if none of the words presented to you are on both sentences, select this option. What? Quick reminder, you're trying to select the word that's in both sentences. That should be it, don't give up. Well, I assume they were knocked up. Seriously, not a fun thing to happen. Us. Let's see. Seriously, not a fun thing to happen. I can vouch for Flippy, Pete, and the others. None of the above. Can you guess how simple I wasn't fully asleep? Yes, you can vouch. Can? What? Can. Yeah, that's right. And I can tell you how. Can you guess how? Simple. How? Yeah, that's exactly how my glue curse. Yep. All that glue did something to me. Exactly how. None of the, okay. Shit. This really. This hurts my eyes. Probably made me slightly immune to certain toxins. My glue curse. Oh my god, when will this end? Me being so immune allowed me to see something. Probably made me slightly immune toxin. Please be end. Please at this end. Felipe and Pete being dragged to the same area as me. Oh, thank God it's done. You saw us? Well, not exactly. My memory is pretty fuzzy, however. I can definitely remember what I'd taken a peek when I was placed down on the ground, seeing some blue figures being placed down beside me. Do you have any idea how terrible it was to have to lay there for, honestly, I don't know how long? The wave got all of us wet and had to stay perfectly still as it did so. After some time I heard a horrible noise, one that almost blew my cover. Seeing what happened to Tom, I could only imagine it was the blow to the head. Tom, you really died right next to me and Lou had to hear it? Whoever is behind this, they're monsters. Horrible, horrible monsters. So then that's it. Neither Flippy, Bessie, or Pete could be behind this. How so, dear? Simple. If Flippy and I, or Pete and Bessie were behind this, then why'd Lou remember both of them being placed down? Wouldn't have they, I don't know, lay themselves at the last moment and splash themselves with water? Very well, I suppose your horrendous curse actually has some use then. Congratulations to me. I get to be scarred for life, hearing Tom die right next to me. Is there anything else you remember, Lou? The only other thing I can remember is being tied up. I'm still feeling sore. What about you two? Better than before, I guess. I'm fine. Other than having to pick up Surly, I hadn't even noticed the remaining pain in my arms. Having to stay perfectly still for your life definitely wouldn't have helped your soreness, Lou. Can't imagine how tense up you two must have been. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Look, I'd rather just not think about this anymore. I completely understand, Lou. And thank you, Lou. You really saved us there. Indeed, Lou, telling such information that no doubtly has traumatized you. That's right, no, very admirable. Whatever, then that means our possible culprits left are solely Ricky, Paula, and Harry, no? Certainly does. Well, which pair did this then? It literally can't be me. Literally, I think the word you're looking for is probably Bucko. That isn't what you should be focusing on, Riggy. Unless for me, I have zero reason to commit this crime. And even if I did, why would I have so much investigating? Unless that was on purpose, huh? Why are you blaming Shirley? Aren't you two partners? Not actually, we didn't do it. Although, wouldn't that mean it's Paula and Harry? Yikes, so. Those who were suspects last time, tough luck, tough luck. You were too. That's not the point. Can we really be sure it's one of our pairs? I know for a fact neither I nor Harry did anything. Exactly, Paula. It wasn't any of us last time, so it can't be us this time. We're just natural false suspects. That doesn't make any sense. I know I didn't do anything and Paula couldn't do this alone. So there's only one possible answer. I did nothing, it's obviously that psycho Riggy. With his partner Charlie probably sabotaging the investigation. You really think I did that? But Sorry did nothing suspicious during the investigation. Harry, you didn't see him do anything. Old Man and Riggy, you two investigated more with him, did you not? Surely you would have sensed something wrong, right? I'd rather not delve into raw belief. However, considering my time with Surly in the investigation, I doubt he was trying to steer us in the wrong direction. In the case that all that was a fib, I'd be genuinely impressed. Wait, you guys are actually suspecting us? Are you serious right now? Of course we're suspecting you, Riggy. You're just so much. I understand your suspicion of Riggy. However, we are not behind this. I trust Shirley, but Riggy. Those who investigated as much as they could. I trust them. Then Paul and Harry's your answer then. I feel like I can trust those that helped investigate a lot, but can I really say it's Paul or Harry who took Tom away from me? I can't do it. I suspect them more, but I can't just accuse someone who could be innocent. I'm sorry, Mai. You seem to be having quite the internal struggle, Pete. Is it because you cannot bring yourself to suspect someone full-heartedly? Or is it because you know there's still more to this case? That's right. Well, of course there's still more to this case. We gotta figure out if it was Shirley or Riggy who did the killing blow. Indeed, the question now is how they work together. Of course you both say that. Could Shirley have somehow been tricked by Riggy or Deer? Flippy, there has to be more to this. We need to look over everything we possibly can before truly targeting a pair. You're right, Pete. Well, why don't we ask Fluggy? He's been super silent and super split. So I've noticed. So if you two are as split as you say you are... Wait, are we going to do that again? Hold on. I've been keeping silent this whole time. Simply it's so amazing seeing you all accuse each other. Let's see how P.2 are. I think it's only appropriate for another scrum debate. Just like last time, head to a side of the HQ depending on what you believe. So it's happening again. So it is, Pete, so it is. Assume you'll be leading us, yeah? Me? Makes more sense that way, Pete. Alright, I'll do it. Are Riggy and guilty? They aren't. Bam. I know I didn't do anything and appears to be behind this. Just because we know a pair that doesn't mean it's Riggy and Shirley. All we have to figure out now is Shirley really did the killing blow. Simple, the answer is neither. That pair could have also done the killing. Why should we trust Riggy over these two? I understand how you feel, but Riggy's attitude can't be your main reason. Blue said that he saw blue figures, yeah? What if he's seeing an assailant as well? Blue. All I said was I saw blue figures laid down next to me. Don't put more words in my mouth. The music is fucking awesome. Besides, could Harry or Paula even be strong enough to pull a plank? That plank was already loose, so strength isn't a limitation. Shirley probably tampered the evidence to frame us admitted. But someone was always with Shirley, right? He couldn't alter any evidence. I can't trust whatever I state. It used to be blind belief. The only thing that we're blind of it, this case as a whole. Case as a whole, right. Empty container. There's one huge thing we need to consider. We don't even have a concrete explanation for the things Shirley and I found in the gang shop. Before we truly accuse anyone, we have to figure that out first. I guess that's fine. We don't have a time limit, right? No, there is a specific time limit for trials, but don't take the entire day. So what'd you find in the gang shop, Well, not only did we find some rope that we're very sure used to tie us up, but an empty container. That was in the gang shop? Yes, indeed. We found these items in the shop. When inspecting the ropes themselves, one of them almost knocked me out. You almost got knocked out? Yes, and that was just from rafting the air directly near it. Luckily, Pete was there to catch me. Oh gosh, if Pete wasn't there to catch you. Wait a minute. If I really think about it, the reason the rope almost caused her to pass out, everyone, we have to figure out how this connects to the case. At this point, our expressing certain statement might provide you with more than just a new weak or agree point. What do I mean by that? I believe something that's better shown or at all. Right. Non-stop. Starting. So, Shirley almost passed out? Yeah, I did. It's very much possible the chemicals were used in this case. Well, I'd much rather play the blame game, but you do you? It's a waste of time. We already know which two are behind this. Hold on, Harry. There could be something we're missing. What about the motive then? Motive item. The motive item? Yeah, the motive item. The thing Flucky hid somewhere in the dock. The motive item was something to help knock Toons out. Then Shirley must have passed out due to that, right? Oh. But an extra motive has to be part of this case. There's no doubt. Though, do we really need to be having this discussion? We need to be figuring out who did this. Hold on, if the motive item was something useful for knocking Toons out, We were definitely knocked out. Then, if what I'm thinking is true, what the motive item was is... Funky's motive item. Oh, what of it? Do you think the container spotted the motive? Wait, was the motive item inside the gag shop all along? Did I have the chance to stop this? Agree. That's exactly it. Wait, the container you found was the motive item itself? You do realize I was saying that seriously, right? Even if you were. What else could it be? Like you said, it was some sort of item hidden in Donald's dock. And we've never seen a container like that before, right? That's right. Okay, and if it was? We have more important things to do, like narrow down our 4 suspects. It's like there's no real reason to know about the silly additional motive now, is there? But wait, it could be really helpful to know this, dear. Are you saying that because you're a suspect, Paula? Then again, it'd be really helpful to know what it was. No doubt about it. Why? I believe the reasoning is quite simple. Any loose ends, especially those that pertain to the ones that were attacked, must be found out. After all, what good is it to simply discard the time we've been given in this trial room? Thing is, I don't think there's any way to know about what the motive item really was. I'd assume it was some sort of chemical, but what if it's something super specific? Well, why not ask Flunky then? Please do that, as if that stupid Flunky would tell us. You say that, however, he did answer Oldman and I's question last trial. You questioned him because whether or not he'll do the same this time. Come on, Flunky, you gotta give us at least this, right? This extra motive was technically for everyone, right? And if you don't want to reveal if that container was literally the motive or not, you can just tell us what the motive does. Fine. He accepted it. Guess all we needed to do was just ask, huh? Listen up closely, because I only said this once. This substance is not only clear but odorless. It emits fumes that dissipate within a second, said fumes being able to knock a tuna for an hour with a deep inhale. However, continuously breathing in, the fumes will kill a tune within a minute. It's quite potent. Finally, if you make someone consume the liquid itself rather than inhaling the fumes, well, it won't kill them. However, there's a good reason to do so. I've said enough. I see. Now, so we don't even get a hit on its container, bucko? Seriously, I think we should know, as a penalty for the killer being stupid enough to not end me. Fine, but only something vague. Whatever the container the liquid was stored in, well, it could be moved around. Placing it down anywhere it wasn't placed initially was forbidden. Good, that should teach them a lesson. I suppose it shall. So, that was a lot to take in, however. I'll make sure to remember what Flunky said. Okay, well, at least we now know that. Then there's no doubt that this motive item was used on us, right? Exactly. I suppose it doesn't help with the whole suspect situation. Well, of course it doesn't. Pete, are you just... Wait, what? Are you just trying to stall for time? Oh, okay. Hold on, Flunky stated that there's a beneficial reason to make someone consume the motive liquid, yeah? Pretty sure he said that. If that's the case, then I might have an idea, especially considering one of the suspects. Hold on, is Paula... Is she talking about that? The orange picnic? Are you talking about the picnic we had? A picnic? Wait, like the one Ricky hosted? What about it, Coach Buddy? Ask Paula and Pete. I just wanted to confirm if it was the one you hosted. I'll explain what I mean, Coach Z. Please do, Paula. Considering when that surprise food was involved. That's it, the oranges. What now, Flippy? Pete, don't you realize there were 7 of us and 4 oranges? The one to not only bring said oranges but pass them out was... No, but we accused him. That implies Shirley is... But it makes all sense. Sorry for switching sides, Pete, but we have to face the truth. Ricky must have made Tom consume the motive liquid at the party. The food was a surprise to even Bessie. Ricky? Well, say something. Ricky, did you somehow manage this alone? Well... So, this is what it comes to, buckos. You wanna say that I not only kidnapped and dragged 4 tunes to the dock, took all their partner cards, slammed Tom in the forehead with a plank, and I or Shirley found a motive item and fed it to Tom at the picnic? Yeah. Then to that bucko, I'll say this. I've never been so complimented before in my life. You really think I did all of that? Because if you do, bucko, I'm very impressed. Impressed? Did you really do it, Riggy? Of course he did. He's the most obvious unhinged menace here. Not to mention the way he responded, I suppose we have our culprit. But then, did Surly help him? I did not. I have zero personal reason to commit or help commit a crime. I want to believe that, but a comment you made before. Indeed, figure out who's part of it going to take some time. What, you planning something? Now, more than ever, I need to stay safe. Wasn't planning a murder then, Flippy. Excuse me, Surly, how about you don't steal my spotlight, buddy? Thanks, pal, for your silence. So, Flippy, you think you got this whole case figured out, huh? If so, then I want to know how he did it. Go ahead, Bucko, give it your best shot. Did Riggy really do it? But when would he have gotten the motive item? You did this, not just Tom, but Lou, Pete, and I. I'll put an end to this for all of us. Wait, Flippy. Huh? You're missing one thing. No, Pete. What else is there to talk about? I know how much this trial means to you, but this is the truth. Going against a friend. Pete, please, let's end this. I want to trust Shirley too, but Riggy has to be behind this. Flippy, I want to end this too, but this isn't how to end it. Something's seriously wrong here. Rebuttal showdown. We have to end this. We know Riggy planned a picnic. He made sure to invite Tom. Flippy, please wait. We can't rush this. But why, Pete? Why? Do you have any proof? Riggy was the one to bring the oranges. Tom was the only one to get a full one. He must have injected the motive liquid inside that one. Wait, Floggy didn't say any sort of syringes being available to us. The only way Riggy could have gotten the liquid inside is if he made a more obvious hole in the orange which didn't exist. I mean, well, what if he was given a syringe by Surly? Would Surly have a syringe on him? Riggy could have asked for one, or even have stolen it. Would Surly still having any of his medical scientific supplies be a huge advantage for him? I don't think Floggy would have even allowed that. Well, you could be right, but we know he at least has clipboard, so he's able to keep something. Perhaps, but you can't be making assumptions, Flippy. He's a scientist, not a doctor. Okay, maybe, but you have to consider. Both Surly were big investigators. They could have lied about everything. All the information we got was from them. Yeah, but Old Man and I did it a lot ourselves. Old Man even more than me. Okay, but that doesn't disprove they weren't very adamant about investigating, right? Either one of them could have found a motive. They were searching together. Probably hid it in one of their huts. But that's not possible. Please, we have to end this now. Sure, that's a killing blow, but not getting to him. I need to convince Flippy. They probably hid one in their huts. There you go. Believe me, Flippy, I want to end this as soon as possible as well, but there's no way either of them could have hid the motive item in their hut. Because remember what Flunky said, the motive container couldn't be hidden anywhere except for where it was placed initially. If we're going by that empty container being the motive item, then it couldn't be taken to any of the huts. I guess I was making a lot of assumptions, but what's the answer then? Is it really Harry and Paula behind this? We have to make a stand, Pete. Because if I was completely wrong, then please solve this. You're probably smarter than me anyways. Oh snap, let's hear it, Pete. Well then, Bucko, what's your answer? Who did it, huh? This whole time we've been narrowing down our suspects for different reasons. The biggest problem being why did the culprit kidnap Flippy and I? It just doesn't make sense. I know what you're all going to say, that I'm continuing to stall for time. But I swear, answering this question of mine could be the key to solving this case. Very well, Pete. What is this question of yours? This better be good, I'm just quaking at the stand. Just why were Flippy and I taken? We stated that it was because we were so close to Tom, however. If I really think about that, it doesn't hold up. Really, how could that line of reasoning be off track? Tom was obviously the main target. You three were just afterthoughts in the killer's plan. We were the afterthoughts? Is that really it? I feel there's evidence that disproves that. If anything would prove that Tom might not have been the main target, it'd be this evidence. Tom's conversation with Pete. Actually, Mo, I have evidence that proves Tom might not have been the target after all. Really, what could it possibly be? It's Tom's own words. Well, I think we should discuss the scary motive with others, you know? Perhaps students will be willing to share who they're partnered with? I'll bring it up tomorrow and I'll be sure to be the first to arrive. He wanted to be the first one to arrive at the dock. In other words, it's possible his involvement in this case was a complete accident. Oh please, how come you even know that conversation happened? You could just be making this all up. Well, I did hear the conversation myself. I didn't leave those two alone at that time. I could definitely say that much. So what, your only evidence is Pete's word? Even if Flippy left those two alone, that only proves they talked, not what they talked about. Sure, there has to be other evidence proving Pete. He wouldn't lie about something like this. Exactly, Coach Buddy. Pete's a good tune. I'm so sick of that nickname. I don't care about dumb nicknames right now. You need physical proof, Pete. This claim of yours is too weak. You're right. If you're feeling trapped, Pete, don't. Don't think how you need to prove your words, rather. Know you're right and ship the evidence you have around that idea. But aren't those statements the same? It's a difference in mind, not reality. I believe you can do this, Pete, considering how personal this case is to you. However, you have to know you're running out of everyone's patience. I assume you understand this very well. If you're gonna prove your words now, then I doubt this will end well for any of us. Then I'll do it. I'll show you the evidence that proves my theory. Well, Pete, where's the problem in what we agreed on? We were all kidnapped early this morning, and then carried to the playground. Don't forget, they were knocked out using the motive. They made sure they had you all up so you couldn't escape, and then placed you all down at the shore. Finally, they yanked out the plank and finished it. Tried to mess us up by stealing your partner cards. Exactly, there are no holes in this argument. Probably in the current consensus. So I found just prove it's wrong. I can't afford to ask questions here. Got him. No, that's not possible. That all four of you being tied up is impossible? How could you say that? If Tom truly was supposed to be a target, why was there 4 ropes used? There were only 3 ropes that we found, Shirley. That's absolutely right. The presumption that all 4 of you were tied up at the same time doesn't make sense. Apologies for not realizing that myself, Pete. This trial has been quite stressing. It's alright, Shirley, I understand. I appreciate that, Pete. Well, I'm certainly convinced Pete was right. If there were only 3 ropes in use, then yeah, Tom wasn't the intended target. Okay, but how does this in any way change this case? Simple, Giggles. By removing one who needed to be captured, not only does the amount of labor required for this case decrease, but you now don't have a proper reason for why Lou was kidnapped. Excuse me, what's that supposed to mean? I do ponder, just why were those 3 taken from their humble abodes? Is it possible that the assailant made a horrendous assumption? Flippy did mention it could have been possible. Is the woman trying to hint at something? Wait just a minute, an assumption. Pete, I have zero clue if this is right, but if you have a trail of thought, tell us. Alright, please let this be right. Oh god, Pete, I feel like the initial targets. They had to have been us. Fuck you, van outside my house. As for who did this, I know it's just an assumption, but consider it being the truth. If I'm wrong, then please tell me. Crap, not this again. I think I know what was shown, Pete. Someone mistaken us for a motive pairing. Fuck me. Someone mistaked us for motive pairing. The only time someone might have thought we were was when you approached me first thing yesterday. The only time someone fuck me. Remember you wanted to ask me something, but was when you approached me the first thing yesterday. Fucking really? Fuck. You were interrupted and you said the following. Let's talk about this later. And that's exactly that. Conversation made someone think we were paired up. Wait, so you mean when I asked you about... Morning, Flippy. You were quite near my door. Were you about to tell me something? It's kinda awkward to ask someone advice for certain things, but... Pretty hypothetical, but is it worth trying to pursue something with someone if we can get out of here? Pursue something? Do you mean like... Who? Flippy interrupted us. I think it was someone larger green. Ooh, larger green, you say? But the only two who are that are... Giggles. Mozart. Really now, have you forgotten who our 4 potential suspects were? Yeah, wait just a second. Neither Mo and I are potential suspects. We were cleared because neither of us knew about that stupid loose floorboard. Precisely, not only that, why would I, the sole Toon, have any reason to not just kill but kidnap Toons, huh? I believe Flippy's memory is as insufferable as ever. Well, who's to say either of you needed to know about the loose board to yank it out, huh? You two have lots of inertia. That may be so, but there's nothing that points towards Oldman and I besides my strength. You assume someone large is automatically strong, but ironically weak reasoning. Fine, I'll prove without a doubt how this case could not have been orchestrated by me. I doubt it's either of us, but I wouldn't be surprised if the buffoon next to me committed murder. Oh really, Mo? I have plenty of reasons why it couldn't be me. Giggles and Mo. Toon had overheard Flippy and I. It has to be one of them. Deadline. I didn't know about the board until the trial. There's zero chance I could have stumbled upon it myself. It's actually not entirely impossible. You, Lou, Giggles, and Oldman all searched the playground for the motive. Either one or even both of you could have found the loose board and didn't mention it to us. Huh, you actually have a semblance of a point. I hate Flippy, but not Peter or Lou. Hating one is far more than my none. Affirm? Can't think of a reason why Giggles would kidnap Lou and I. Exactly, why the heck would I kidnap all 3? That makes 0 sense. If anything, I bet Mo hates all 3 of you, considering you were against his leadership. Oh please, as if you weren't steaming about them as well. As for why to kidnap 3, I can think certainly of why you think you would. Please, stealing Pete and Flippy's cars we don't do much any longer. I bet you kidnapped those 3 because you wanted to frame Flippy and Pete. Framing us doesn't make sense, we're clear victims here, Mo. Really now, how can you truly be sure that wasn't the case for you 3? But stealing your party cars, it put suspicion on Lou, did it not? You said the frame would be against Flippy and Pete, Mo. Why did you suddenly change your stats, huh? Wait a minute, is the reason you could have stolen Flippy and Pete's motive cards? You somehow switched your motive card with Flippy or Pete? Oh yeah. Zero way for me to fake my status, everyone else has their alive pairs. Deny. You say you couldn't switch with anyone alive, Mo, and I believe that. However, you could have switched with Tom as long as your partner was on board with it. Well, look who thinks he's the smartest Toon in the world, huh? Do you truly believe I pulled something as ludicrous as that? The amount of assumptions you had to make to come to that conclusion is simply laughable. Congratulations, now get moving to an actual accusation. Congratulations, now get moving? You've said it to Flippy and I before. Pursue something? Do you mean like, what are you two doing up so quickly? Just wondering about things? How specific? You talk about this later, Pete. Indeed. Congratulations, now get moving. There's no doubt about it, the Toon that mistook us for a pair was you. So what, Pete? Even if I had reasoning to believe you were a pair, that doesn't explain how could I possibly have a partner, huh? So go ahead and try, the solution will be kind to you anyways. Very well then. Mo is practically admitting to have a partner. Considering everything we know, the only alive partner Mo could have... It has to be... Considering all other pairs have both of their members alive, the only person who could possibly lie about their motive partner is Lou. Lou and Mo are partners? Is that seriously true? Seems nobody's gone silent, huh? I bet you all assume because of the silence that Pete is in the right, no? However, Pete, it doesn't matter how much blathering comes from her mouth, you still have zero evidence. So how about we have some rounds of trivia, no? Because when you realize you cannot answer any of my questions, you'll realize just how wrong you were, Pete. Trivia? What does she think this is? Wait. No, I can't let him get to my head. He's just trying to make me believe irrationally. Well, no, answer questions. We're waiting. Better ask them quick. Let's keep this train moving. You just shut it for once, Riggy. Complain about Riggy later. Just ask your question, Mo. Gladly. If you really believe Lou and I could be partners, then how do you explain there being zero evidence of any switching at our huts, If this case happened within an hour of the body discovery announcement, how would I have enough time to hide the evidence without leaving obvious tracks? And before you say I still have the cards in my pockets, I assure you this is the only one I have. Giggles can check if he wants. In fact, no need. I'll just invert my pockets right this instant. He really doesn't have anything in his pockets. Mo could have easily had the partner cards on him until right before the trial. But there should have been time for him to ensure there was no evidence laying behind. The evidence that Mo had the time to ensure all his tracks were covered was... Paula and Giggles' account. There was indeed time for you to ensure all your tracks were covered. Because not only you were not present for the beginning part of the investigation, but you were there with Giggles and Paula, searching each of the huts. He's right, Mo was there searching with us. Yeah, he even suddenly ran away from us once the others arrived. Did anyone know where he went after that? Yeah, well, he simply brushed past us and headed towards Barnacle Boulevard. Dang it, Bessie and I should have followed him. But we couldn't have known what Mo was up to, Coach. Very well, however, how could you even begin to explain something I'm surprised no one has even thought of? Considering the blood splatter of the killing blow, how could I have possibly gotten my clothes clean? Well, you probably just washed yourself in the water, and we have plenty of clothes in our huts. Because you had around an hour, right? There's plenty of time to dry off by shaking yourself. Well, is he right, Mo? I suppose the small rabbit could put things together, a surprise considering his lack of an investigation. Shut it, at this point, now, there isn't even a reason for you to be asking us these questions. You're the killer and that's that. Do you really all feel the same? I sure do. I bet you forced Lou to work with you somehow, dangling escape as motivation. Frankly, that conclusion makes sense. Oh really, you all seem to be believing far too much in this false pairing theory of yours. I haven't heard any actual points against me being the sole Toon, as none exists. There's nothing about the pairings we've known about that doesn't make sense. You're all just choosing to believe a false narrative. The parents you thought we knew. It was Bessie and I, both of us, not really knowing the other before. Flippy and Coach Z, two twos that trusted each other, followed by Riggy Shirley as well as Oldman and Giggles, both parents not knowing each other much before. Paula and Harry, despite all she's done, really neither knows much about the other considering how much Harry stays inside. Before we believe Tom and Lou were the last pairing, wait a minute. The problem with what we were meant to believe were the pairings was... There were no hate pairings. You say there's no evidence you can't be the sole Toon, but there haven't been any notable hate pairings, and you and Lou being one makes perfect sense. Well, Mo, do you have any objections to that statement? Or are you ready to give up? I have high doubts you can think of anything else to say. You really think you have me cornered, don't you? You've proven that you and Lou are truly partners, Mo. Oh please, I bet I could counter any... So then you figure everything out, Pete? If so, to save my involvement in this case, I'm sure you'll realize it very soon. Lou, why? Why did you help him? Well, Pete, you've done this well. I'm sure you can figure this out. Wait, just a sec. Did you help Mo willingly? Of course, do you think Lou did this without any coercion? It's not a nice start, but you can't say it's not possible. I want to trust Lou help for a selfless reason, but we have to pursue any possibility. Especially since both of them would have gotten to leave if Mo got away with it. He has a point. Lou could just be a selfish Toon. I have zero clue if that's the case, but if it's a possibility, it must be considered. Did you seriously help Mo because you're partners? Though why is it important? At least not yet. However, I'll admit I faked my pain. What pain do you mean, Lou? Do you mean the arms? Yeah, the arms, Pete. Suppose I should have specified that. Yes, you should have. Don't leave any detail behind. Though I'll admit I faked the pain in my arms. Whatever pain Pete and Flippy had, I followed after them. But Lou, why? Why would you help Mo like this? You helped the murderer. Please, if somehow some way Mo's forcing your hand, tell us. How could have Lou been involved? There should be somewhere. Okay, should have done tunes. Hold it right there, Lou. Don't think you were faking your pain because you were the first to express any sort of pain. He was? I hate to kind of appreciate it, but I'm tired of being wet. I'm getting up. Lou used to try to get up, however. Ow, ow, ow. You okay there? Yeah, my arms just hurt a lot. My arms just feeling pretty sore too, especially the joints. I'm the same. That's right. But why would you try to hide that? Why pretend it was just an act? But something that, while loosened, still would have been difficult for someone to my statue to yank out and use without pain. Yeah, you don't need to answer that. It's pretty obvious it was the plank that caused my arm pain. So this was your plan all along. Made me think I was going to escape. Only for you to sacrifice yourself just so I can? There we go. So then, the one who actually killed Tom was... But that's only if Tom was actually killed with a plank, and not by something else. Lou? Really, you go from practically admitting it yourself to stating it could have been another weapon. Honestly, it's quite humorous. I'll be completely honest with what went down. Mo and I used one rope each to tie both of you up. When you took all the boat in the middle of the playground, well, if you're just going to unveil everything, I'd rather do the honors. Getting to explain Lou's case myself is actually quite exhilarating. Too bad I only get to do this once. Just continue talking, Mo. Certainly. You want to hear what really happened? Be my guest. Why do we need to carry them rather than drag them? There can't be any evidence besides we're here. Placing Flippy and Pete down, the two looked back at each other. Find this situation quite ironic, out of everyone to work with my greatest enemy. And yet it simply seems natural to do so. Wonder why that is. It's just, why do you have to be these two? Because they made it so obvious to me that they were a pair that it's what they naturally deserve. Did you actually check their shoulders? Do you doubt me? Besides, the ropes have their entire torso and arms together, therefore... Wait, what's going on over there? What? Crap, someone's here. In a panic, Mo took Pete and threw him overboard. You idiot, you see someone coming and you throw him overboard? You have to do the same, now. Fine. Lou begrudgingly took Flippy and pushed him off the boat. Wait, that was... Pete, Flippy. Hold on, you two, I'm coming. Arms, don't fail me now. Tom leapt into the water, swimming towards the unconscious Toons. He's already going after them. You say, I do third rope in the gag shop, don't let him get away. He hasn't even noticed us. Come on. Come on, you two, get up. You stay right there. Yeah. Mo, what happened to them? Think about struggling, the worst will happen to you. What, Mo? Mo, I got the rope. Took you long enough. Please don't do this. Mo, cover his mouth so he can't talk. Any other sounds, Tom, and you're dead. Now what? I can't just stay here forever. Give me some time to think, Mo. But think of something quick. Who knows when the morning announcement will be? Hold on, there's a loose plank over here. We can hide Tom. Fine, just hurry up. Oh my lord, can't you be any slower? I've been here for over a minute by now. Almost there. Well, aren't you gonna... Whoopsie. You two are absolute monsters. Tom died thinking we were both dead. Perhaps, however, I suppose you get the satisfaction of watching them get executed. Can't believe I have to sit next to these two. They're both just smiling like they didn't commit such a horrendous crime. It's one thing for Ricky to smile off horrible events, but this is just the worst morals I've ever seen. Glad to know I'm moving up on the official Coach Z tier list. That wasn't an invitation for you to speak. How can you smile at a time like this, Lou? You're about to be executed. I must say, even I'm surprised on how calm you're taking your arriving death, Lou. Or perhaps you're simply too dumb to realize what's about to happen. Oh my lord, can you be any slower? I've been here for over a minute by now. That's what you said back then. So what? Yes, you took your sweet time making that plank out. We just told them that. Somo, let me repeat what I said. It could only be the killer if the plank was what killed Tom. Hello. How could anything else be the murder weapon, Lou? I literally saw everything that went down. Oh, of course, the biggest idiot of the world doesn't get it. Idiot? I am not the idiot here. You killed Tom, Lou. No one else could have, and that's that. Stop sticking at me and tell me you're wrong. See, well, this angle is just hilarious. Wait just a second. How something else could have been the murder weapon? Could it be? Of course. Of course what? Looks like you don't get it, do you? What a shame. Don't get it? No, no! You could have done something to outsmart me, Lou. You're just some stupid mouse that ended that beige dog. Oh gosh, oh darn for me. Guess you have to get someone to explain it to you, Mo. Shut up, Lou, just shut up. There's zero way something else killed Tom. I was there, I know everything. You're the culprit. For someone that knows everything, you clearly don't realize this. A W D S. So there's no doubt. So there's no doubt. Did you seriously forget? Did you seriously forget about all the blood? There's zero way he could have. There's zero way he lived. What was he already dead? There's no way that's possible because I tackled him alive. So what does one minute matter? There's nothing that could have killed him in a minute. Breathing in liquid, motive liquid. Motive liquid? Is it liquid motive? Okay. You want proof that something else could have killed Tom? And now by the fact that given the minute you were holding Tom down with a rope, the motive liquid could have killed him. Could it be the rope Lou gave Mo was covered with the motive liquid? Considering how much Lou has been spying at Mo's expense, it's only natural to assume so. I know I'll probably never be trusted ever again after this. Heck, my original plan was to surprise Mo with my third rope, kill him, then save the two overboard suits myself, but luck wasn't on my side. Well, I say that, but because of Tom, now I get to see Mo get executed like he deserves. You're right, Lou. You'll never be trusted after this. I thought you were a good student, you were sassy and such, but on the side of justice, I trusted you, even when you asked me a suspicious question. But now I know the real you. And to think how happy you are to be sending someone to their death, regardless if it's Mo or not. You disgust me. Fair enough, I'm not gonna argue with that. So, Flunky, pretty sure we're ready to vote now. Seems that's the case. Before we do vote, I just want to ask one last question. What would you want to ask, Shirley? The third rope. I assume it was placed with the others in the gag shop. Yep, I assume we found all three then. Indeed we did, Lou. Let me guess you noticed how it took a while to give it to Mo in our retelling, yeah? Well, since I didn't want Mo to catch on what I was doing, I made sure to keep that one clean right until before I needed it. After all, how the heck would I explain preparing 3 ropes, yeah? I'm going to die? Yep, you sure are, Mo. Congratulations. Unless somehow Flunky actually gives you a chance to survive. I'm ready to vote too, Flunky. I think we all are. So it seems. Who will be chosen as the greener? Poop. Where is he? There you are. Alright, let's see here. With a unanimous decision, besides one vote for Lou, the one selected as the greater is... Damn. What a great case. What a great 180. Lamau. Oh, I see how it is. It's just one big ruse, isn't it? And it's just delusional now. How can you be enjoying this? So, Fluggy, what will happen to Mo? What do you mean? He means if Mo's execution could actually be survivable. Personally, I doubt Fluggy would actually follow through with that. Though maybe that's just my bias. You better, considering what you did to him, Mo at least deserves that. So you better not go back on your word, Flunky. Rightly said, Coach, buddy. Mo potentially getting to live after this would be insane. I don't care about your whole excitement for that potential, Riggy. That's right, I'll live. Well, Flunky, are you actually going to say whether or not Mo will actually have a chance to survive this? How stoically hilarious you of all toons asked that question. What's that supposed to mean? Simply put, while he'll be put at a major disadvantage to being the actual killer, the way Mo can survive his execution is if you get killed in it instead. Excuse me? Are you planning to place both Mo and Lou in a duel to the death? Not exactly correct, however. I have the duel execution prepared for every single one of you pairs in the chance to try to kill the Soul Toon. Simply put, only one of you can survive. Well, if I'll have the advantage, then I doubt Mo will stand a chance. Holy shit. Fine, I accept these terms. Not like you'd be willing to change them anyways. You really think you'll be able to truly outdo me, Lou? No, there's zero chance you'll get your wish. You'll be dead in just under a minute, and I'll be fine. There are no other possibilities. Looks like someone really is gonna die stuck in Delulu Land, huh? Don't you mean Delulu Land? You just shut up for once. This is really happening. Mo and Lou fighting to the death. Well, I believe we've stalled for enough time. Mo, the ultimate composer, and Lou, the ultimate scrapbooker. I'm still quite surprised I'll get to actually use one of these dual executions. We get it, Fluggy, just hurry it up. Let's give it everything we've got. For one of you, it's your time to die. I'll be victorious as always. Cool. Holy crap, the cork was lucky. Holy shit. Mo, the way he went, I should have looked away. Just why? I see, I suppose Lou will be brought back to us soon. I'm not staying for that. Me neither. Harry and Paula left the trial room with old men following them. Golly, talk about some major aim for Lou. He completely demolished them. I just don't understand why you're... Bessie also walked out, her words trailing off with her. You better follow Bessie out, Riggy. I don't want to hear anything else from you. I missed out on Lou's first words after basically slaying 2 toons? Heh, as if. Damn. You know what? You can have this one, Riggy. I'm done with today. Suit yourself, Coach Buddy. I believe I've seen enough today. I'm not moving. I would certainly got only Flippy, Riggy, Giggles and I remained to wait for Lou. As we waited, I simply sat down on the floor. Why, Lou? Why? Why did you feel the need to do what you did? Take one's hatred to such an extreme. That hatred is the reason Tom is dead now. He really did save me and Flippy. Tom always did the right thing no matter what, even if it costed him his life. He really was the best of all of us. And now that it's all over, having to hold up my head up high, doing all I could to solve this case. I can't hold it in any longer. I'm here and you don't get that luxury anymore. It's just so unfair. That was an awesome twist. Two people that hate each other helping each other out. And then making that one guy actually commit the murder. Fucking brilliant. Well, mistaking that guy who actually committed the murder, like, fuck, that's so brilliant. I just stayed there, not worrying about the amount of tears that fell from my face. It's just over. Everything is over. And everything that could have been. From the corner of my vision, I saw Flippy just standing there. He hasn't spoken at all since the execution. What was he thinking about? I don't have the willpower to go over there and ask him. And after what seemed like forever, it was quite humorous seeing you two just wait for something that won't happen. The only type of humor we cogs enjoy. But for attention's sake, Lou won't be returning to you until the next day. Do whatever you please at this time. Of course, the crying Flucky makes me wait for my chance to punch Lou right in the face. Bah, well now even I'm in a bummer mood, I waited for nothing. After that, the only ones left at the headquarters were... Flippy, you alright? I can't just keep sitting around anymore, Pete. What do you mean? I helped out in Gleff's plan so much and now I got us caught up in Lou's. Meanwhile, you're the proof that I can get my act together. Because if the Toon that literally loved Tom was able to put his logic first, then I don't have any more excuses. Flippy, did you not see me just now? But he just left the headquarters without letting me provide a response. So that's how he feels. He's just so full of guilt. Clara, Clef, Mo, and Tom. They're all really gone. Hey Tom, wherever you are now. You wouldn't want me to cry this long, would you? You would want me to enjoy life for every how long mine may be. So I'll do that, Tom, for you. Because to be continued. You were the love of my life, Tom. Damn. Two's remaining. Oh, Lou's reputation surely is now down the tubes. To be continued. Make sure to save your game. Yes, sir. No, thank you. I don't do Discord. I mean, I have Discord, but I barely use it. Sometime yesterday, I was on to help them out, Surly in the killing game. I see. Out of all the possibilities, the one that helped you figure this out... Oh, I see. Was me. Indeed, I'm sure you can figure things out on your end. However, I believe it'd be dangerous to continuously be sending you messages in case of interference. Understood. I'll try to stay as safe as possible then. Well, I however fear that with someone constantly at my side, something unfortunate may happen to me. Simply do whatever within reason is necessary, that is all. You stopped responding. That was intentional. It's unknown how secure this line of communication is. For all we know, the cogs knew of them since the beginning. That would be bad. Yes, Horston, bad would not be describing the severity of justice. For now, all we can try to do is to get a grasp of the situation from our end. Really? Why? What more can we do? We have no means of travel to wherever this killing game is taking place. Well, we made a connection, right? That can do things. I'll admit it's a start. However, being able to find a way to teleport to this location is another. Not only that, but what has your ally been doing during this whole time? He hasn't returned yet. I don't know. You don't know. Well, what about your allies? They're actually scientists, so they'd be good help. Well, maybe not the one that gave away this device to me. No, they don't need to be involved in any more of my problems. What do you mean? You didn't cause this, right? While I never would cause an event like this to occur directly, this wouldn't be the first time my selfish actions resulted in events. I see. That's not something to pity, Horstoon. What we need now is another plan, some way to destroy this killing game from the outside. After all, while I have no concrete hypothesis under the goal, it's better to stop this before it's too late. Okay, I have to ask this. What is your question? For someone realizing there's multiple of you, you seem really calm. Dr. Shirley? I do not enjoy retelling my past, however, I suppose I owe you an explanation. Oh? If it'll explain my lack of surprise, then so be it. Oh, I see. You don't need to know the whole story, so I'll make it as brief as possible. While Shirley is part of my name, simply put, it's actually a first name, not a last one. But you're Dr. Shirley. Yes, and there's a reason this is. Simply put, I do have a full name as, despite how much I ran from my situation, I still wanted to keep a fragment of my former identity. Former identity? What do you mean? Look, Horston, take this information in any way you'd like, but I ran away from my identity in one of the most extreme ways possible. How does this in any way explain my lack of surprise? Simple. Oops. Simple. How does this in any way explain my lack of surprise? Simple. The identity I ran away from was that of a scientist who delved into gadgets and machines of all types. One of these machines produced various clones of myself, and the results, well, as all experiments with so many variables, one would say they were mixed. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those clones had the same idea as I, to start anew, considering we shared the same brain structure. Even the fact that we both decided to become Shirley isn't much of a surprise to me. I just wonder what grave mistake he must have made to warrant it. I see. A clone. Okay, well, that was a lot to take in. The truth does that on a regular occasion. And regardless of how odd it may be, such it cannot be changed, Horstoon. I guess I got what I asked for. I suppose you did. At this point, we can only wait for... His name was Jack, yeah? Correct. Cool. Is there a specific reason you wanted to meet me here, Lord Lodenclear? Who's that? I understand it's the closest building associated with the Toon resistance to me. How are you going to be able to fit in the door? Just wait a bit. I got into doors of this size in this suit before. Alright, if you say so. Get that shoulder through and... Took longer than usual, however there's a reason I'm a tad protrude. I do sometimes wonder what your normal attire would be, if I must be honest. Though you said something is protruding you. That's not common. It's a troubling scenario, the biggest problem being the lack of information. Alright, I'm listening. To put it simply, Mata Hari, I received half of a document I've never seen before. Oh, of what exactly? Not sure, it's only a bunch of numbers and seemingly the last step of some sort of sequence. This doesn't seem to be any sort of cog code that I know of. I see. Well, it's clearly written on blueprint paper, so perhaps it could be something belonging to the Looney Labs? That would make sense. I'm just unsure as to why it one day showed up. When you say showed up, what exactly do you mean by that? I found it in my mailbox, which is highly irregular. I see then. Well, what would you like me to do about this? I ask you to seek out any of the Looney Lab scientists. I can cover your duties while you are gone, however not for long. Very well, I could definitely use a break. I'm not sure if this will truly be a break, Mata. The fact that someone found my living quarters to deposit this gives me a bad omen. So treat this as more than just a simple fetch quest. Something big could be at stake. Understood. I'll set out immediately. Your work is always appreciated. Still can't figure out where that came from. Such a mystery. I've had that odd paper for a while now. The scientist guy better come back with my paper, otherwise I'll turn him into vapor. Well, seems my analysis is done. Finally, you're back, You think you're talking to another scientist? Excuse me, have I been tricked somehow? You thought it was another scientist, but it was me, Dr. Dim. I can't even be mad at his trickery. Harmless fun should never be denied. Although, if you were the one who sent over the ripped paper, you'd actually make sense of it? Well, if you're wondering about the paper, looks like something to do some teleporting business, but it's something super specific. I thought so as well, the problem being why I was delivered it. Oh, do you not want it? I can keep it. You wish the document is the reason. I think there's something fishy going on with the cogs in the first place. I'll be taking that back. No, okay. Wait, so is there something special going on with the cogs? Is that why your cool pumpkin friend needed my silly reader? In short, yeah. Rather not go into detail, mostly since I don't have a good guess. Though if you all have to say is what I already know, then I'll be making my leave now. Good to see a Looney Lab scientist is here. No multiple tunes seeking me out. I'm the super business science guy today. Right. I have a rather simple question for you, Dr. Dim, is it not? Yep, that's the name. Okay, whew. What is your if any scientists had joined or left since the last time we were informed? Oh, hold on a second, just who might you be? You have quite a sophisticated uniform on. Right, not many non-cog fighters know me. I'm Mata Harry, a member of the Toon Resistance. That's why you have a neat outfit. How do I get one? You kinda need to be a Toon Resistance officer. Neato, where do I sign up? Okay, hold up, let's not get off track. You have this item that a scientist might figure out. Really, another one? What do you mean by that? This fun guy over here gave me half of a blueprint. Don't tell anyone what you just... Oh, hold on, you said half of a blueprint? Yep. Was it the bottom half of one? Yep. That's right, I'm everything holiday kind. Okay, first you need to chill out. Secondly, I'm almost 100% sure I have the other piece. You do? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's combine them. This is present day. So you're saying you two were mysteriously given half of a full sheet? Yeah, that's correct. As suspicious as these circumstances may seem, these are real instructions. It requires a contraption that includes the common portable hole. I must say, who made literal teleport holes anyways? Take a wild guess, Horstoon. They can construct this not only easily, but quickly too. However, do we have any way to trust this? I'll be frank, the fact that whoever sent this to us knows the living sights of not only the top Toon Resistance officer, but a secretive festive duck. It may not be robotic handwriting, however it's incredibly suspicious. What? Are you saying we do nothing? What would be this point? We have these instructions joined. I understand the desire to tackle this head on, however, blindly following this paper. Now hold on, Surly. Now I'm listening. No, I said it was suspicious, however, Kazam is right. We have no other lead. We have a direct connection to one of the contestants, do we not? It may only be with one, the reasoning I honestly don't know, however, we can work with just this. You say that, but we've barely gotten anything. I don't know the names of the other kidnapped toons, information is too sparse. Considering all the mechanisms, I'm sure this will provide us with a temporary solution to our problem. The only issue is, it's a one-way solution. Reach the end of the game thus far. Returning to the title screen. Cool. What a twist. That was cool. That was fucking awesome. That trial was fucking awesome. That was great. I don't know what to say. So if I didn't give Lou the cork thingy, Lou might have died and Mo would have survived. Maybe. So choices do make a big impact. So yeah, that was ToontownRonpa. God, I feel sick today. I don't know why. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.